Something shocking is happening with Lewis Hamilton, the seven-time world champion, the man who once made Formula One look easy. Now he's calling himself useless. He's telling Ferrari, the most famous racing team in the world, to find a new driver. And after a terrible race in Hungary, people are starting to ask, has Hamilton finally given up? Let's back up. The Hungarian Grand Prix was supposed to be a chance for Lewis to bounce back, a track he's conquered many times before. But from a moment he stepped out of that car after qualifying, you could tell something was broken. He didn't just finish outside the top 10, he qualified 12th. And his teammate, Charles Leclerc, put his Ferrari on pole position. It was a crushing blow. After the race, Hamilton didn't hold back. There's a lot going on in the background that's not great, he told Sky Sports. When asked if he still loved racing, his answer was short, I still love racing. But the sparkle in his eyes was gone. This isn't the same Hamilton we knew. This isn't the man who once said, still I rise. In Hungary, it felt more like still I sink. And it wasn't just one bad day. This has been building all season. At Spa, he qualified 18th in the sprint, then 16th, then 12th. Meanwhile, Leclerc has been flying 4th, 3rd, 1st. Hamilton's Ferrari debut is turning into a nightmare. Even Hamilton admitted recently, it's not at all what I expected. It's more intense in so many areas. So what's really going on here? Ferrari team boss Fred Vasseur doesn't believe Lewis is giving up. Not yet. I don't need to motivate him, honestly. He's frustrated, but not demotivated, Vasseur said. He's demanding. That's why he's a 7-time world champion. But frustrated might not be a strong enough word. After qualifying, Hamilton looked like he wanted to disappear. He told reporters he was absolutely useless and that Ferrari should get someone else to drive. He wasn't joking. Now, some people say this is just Hamilton being emotional. Like Mercedes boss Toto Wolff once said, that is Lewis wearing his heart on his sleeve. He's been that emotionally transparent since he was a young boy. But others are wondering, what if this time it's deeper? Even Anthony Davidson, a former F1 driver and now a Sky Sports pundit, said it out loud. Hamilton's age is the elephant in the room. He's never been the same driver since the 2022 rule changes. Davidson explained, age is a factor. You start asking yourself questions. That's exactly what it looked like in Hungary. Lewis wasn't just slow. He looked like a man questioning everything. After being lapped and finishing 12th, his worst ever Hungarian GP result, he sat quietly, barely answering questions. But not everyone is giving up on him. In fact, Charles Leclerc, the man who's been beating him week after week, came to his defense. At the end, we are one team, Leclerc said. Obviously, this weekend has been a tough one for Lewis, but I have no doubt it's a one-off. I'm sure the second part of the season will be a lot more positive. Even F1 President Stefano Domenicali backed him. He wants to achieve his 8th title, and he will triumph again, Domenicali said. Stay with Lewis. So here we are, a legend in crisis, a champion at the lowest point of his career. But the question is this rock bottom, or is this the moment right before the comeback of the century? The signs are mixed. Hamilton did win the China sprint race earlier this season, and he hasn't stopped trying. Just before the summer break, he even sent Ferrari 2 long reports full of ideas to improve the car. The man is clearly still fighting. But the gap to Leclerc is growing, and the pressure from Ferrari fans, the tifosi, is building fast. If things don't change soon, the whispers might turn into roars. Is Lewis done? We're not finished yet. In the second half, we'll dive deeper into what's really happening behind the scenes at Ferrari, and whether Hamilton's radical decision to call himself out could actually be the start of something powerful or the beginning of the end. The pain of Hungary isn't just about one bad qualifying or one quiet post-race interview. It's about what's underneath. Because when Lewis Hamilton said, there's a lot going on in the background that's not great, he wasn't just talking about the car. And it's not like this came out of nowhere. Even earlier in the year, Hamilton admitted Ferrari wasn't what he thought it would be. The car, the communication, the pressure. Not at all what I expected, he said. More intense in so many areas. He even had tough radio exchanges with his new engineer, Riccardo Adami. Misunderstandings, mischances, and all of that builds up. Toto Wolff, Hamilton's former boss at Mercedes, tried to explain what we're all seeing. When he felt he underperformed his own expectations, he's been that emotional since he was a young boy, Wolff said. But even he admitted the new ground effect cars introduced in 2022 have never suited Hamilton. In the same way Mercedes underperformed, it beat him. And now there's a glimmer of hope on the horizon, because in 2026, the F1 rulebook changes again. Those painful ground effect cars will be gone. The whole driving style will shift. Maybe, just maybe, that's the fresh start Hamilton needs. Toto still believes he will always be the GOAT, and nobody's going to take that away. He said no single weekend or race season that hasn't gone to plan defines him. But what about the fans? What about the future? We've seen Hamilton fall before, and every time he's come back swinging. But this time feels different. This time it's not just about proving others wrong. It's about proving something to himself. So here's the big question for all of us watching. Has Hamilton truly hit rock bottom at Ferrari? Or is this just the pause before the plot twist? Is this the final fall, or the first step in a comeback that will shock the world? Because if we've learned anything from watching Lewis all these years, it's that he never stays down for long. But if the next race doesn't go his way, if the same demons follow him into the next paddock, if Ferrari can't give him a car he can believe in, will he still believe in himself? That's the story still being written, and we'll be watching every single lap. So what do you think? Is this the end of Hamilton's fire, or the start of a storm no one saw coming? Let us know below, because something big is brewing, and we're all in it together.